How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Topsonix coming at you with a deck profile update as well as a few channel updates. So, because it's a new year, I wanted to talk to you guys about it. Over the course of last year, I have gotten back to being a partner on YouTube as well as gotten affiliates with a few websites. In those websites, Gem Accessories is one of them, and I greatly enjoy Gem Accessories. They're very high quality stuff. I use their deck boxes for my day-to-day stuff. As you can see here, this is their charity deck box. As well as I got affiliate with Inked Playmats, which is the company that made the playmat that I'm actually filming this video on. So if you'd like to support me, there will be links in the description to take you to referral link. Their referral links will take you to the websites. Whenever you purchase something on Gem Accessories, it helps me out. Whenever you purchase something on Inked Gaming, it helps me out if you use my link on Gem Accessories. As well, I have a discount code, which will also be in the description. It's 10% off. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. It means the most that you guys support me and continue to watch my videos. It does mean a lot. But I'll get right into the deck profile now. Sorry about that. So this is live Twin Spright, if I haven't mentioned previously. And it's kind of like my pet deck ever since Invoked kind of stopped being super popular. And yeah, so I'll go through it now. We got 3 live Twin Kisiko. This is not the runic variant, by the way, which is why we're going to be maxing out on the twins. So we've got 3 Lilla. We have 1 Kisiko Frost and 1 Lilla Treat. Most people cut the Lilla Treat, especially in the runic versions. Having Treat and Frost has definitely made the games that I've played a lot easier, as well as having so many search cards for the rest of the live twin stuff. Like, having both of these is really nice, especially if you open one. If you open one of these plus either name, like, as long as, like, depending on which one you have, if you get ashed or if you get drolled after the ad, you can still continue playing and still make a good end board, or a decent end board on turn 1 to get to turn 3. We have Secret Password, and we have 3 live twins Sunny Snitch. Now, I was debating on playing live twin Home, the quick play spell, or I think that's the quick play spell. The quick play spell that lets you summon one from deck by discarding a card, but you're locked into twins for the rest of the turn. I was debating on playing that. I think that's okay, especially if you get Ash or Drolled. But the big issue was just finding the space. Like, I wanted to cut one of these, but like the idea was like kind of consistency, and like I'm already at, I think, 42 cards, so I didn't want to put too much of that strain on there. But that's the live twin side. Now for the Sprite side of the deck, we've got triple Sprite Blue. Finally got all 3 ultis of that guy. Sprite Jet. I played 2 Sprite Red and 1 Sprite Carrot. So I played 2 and 1 mostly because the monster effects are mostly more important in the current meta. Hitting Nib and hitting Ash, like, Imperm is the only spell trap on your turn that you're going to worry about for the most part when it comes to this. So it's mostly just it's mostly that you're going to hit, you're going to use this if you like suspect Imperm, but like if you've been Impermed already and like you suspect like Veiler, Ash, Ghost Ogre, etc., Sprite Red's the way to go, and then you just get to use it. And then it's also an extender, because most of the time you can still summon it off of Sprite Starter, if you don't summon Carrot, which is like either or, like depending on your next board is going to be good. So the idea is that like the monster effects are definitely more important in a lot of ways. Most just because most spells are like one and dones, or you can protect against them. For the Sprite spells, we have triple starter. Again, this is the new ban list, so because it's the new ban list, it's going to be the triple starter. And we're going to have the 1 smashers. I was testing double cross at one point, but I just found that like smashers was the better thing to have at the moment for the removal. Starter might become better after like populist stuff come out, but we'll see. For the power spells, we have triple enemy controller. Has been really effective. I've been loving it. Double talents and 1 call by the grave. Now, so the big thing about enemy controller with this is that enemy controller, you can normal summon your twin, tribute it, to steal, and then summon Another one, if it gets like if they target your twin for imperm Veiler, or if they target something else for like Ghost Warner or something, you can always hit it with enemy controller to steal. Always depending on what it is. It's very good. Being able to like starter into like a blue effect, and then to dodge imperm Veiler, to dodge Mourner and all that kind of stuff. Being able to just go enemy controller, tribute, steal, and then like depending on what you steal, you have plenty of stuff. And then because your opponent has could have higher level things, the idea of enemy controller to steal your opponent's cards is very tempting, because that means it's also like it's not only just a form of removal, but it's also a way to get to those high level monsters with high impact, such as like Barone and whatnot, and forces out negates constantly. Tactics is like the same thing. So like if you enemy controller and then you tactics to like force out your opponent to do stuff, very much like the same idea. And then call by is just it's called by. You have to play it right now. Also going into the new format, I see Droll being very prevalent, mostly because of like Fire Kings with Populous and everything, and then like Rescue Ace is still pretty important to play against and whatnot. So like Droll isn't the end all for those decks, but mostly just because everything that's going to be trying to compete with it will also lose the Droll. The idea is that like Called By is very effective against those, and that's why I would play them. Also, talking about the hand traps, 3 Drone Blackbird. We also play 3 Infinite Impermanence, and then 3 Ash Blossom, and then the last 2 cards that I play are 2 Ghost Bells. So the big reason why I'm playing Ghost Bells is because I'm honestly assuming that Branded is going to be a very big deck coming up. Branded not hit at all on the ban list. Again, you know, just constantly dodging it. They're honestly worse than Dante. This eternal Branded format, where like your deck can only be competitive if it can beat Branded, is very annoying in my opinion. And it's just kind of how I feel. It's how I feel how the game has evolved. And so the idea that siding Ghost Bell with or maining Ghost Bell with Ash, you beat a lot of the stuff that that Branded likes to do, as long as they don't have a Branded lost on the field. So like the idea is that you will always be able to counteract their fusions or their cards that do fusion if you play enough hand traps for it. Now for the extra deck, sorry, the Kissico 3, the double Lilla, and the 1 Link 4. I absolutely love this lineup for them. You could maybe get away with cutting 1 Kissikill, but there's too many times where I've had it where it comes up, so I don't cut it. Realistically, I do side it out sometimes, because I do play 1 extra card that is in the side deck, which I'll go over it when we get there. 1 Muckraker. Muckraker is a super powerful card. Love her for the combos. Being able to replace Kissikill and Lilla for her, and then revive Kissikill directly to the zone you want in that for the IP is very good. And then speaking of IP, she's here. So like very often, like my end board looks like an IP up here, a Muckraker here, and a Kissikill right here. So that way, like you can get and you revive the Kissikill using the Underworld Goddess, and then like either a Spright starter, so like, you have a Spright here, or right here, or right over here. Sometimes, very rarely it's over here. Usually it's right here next to the Muckraker, because then you use the IP effect and you use these 2 for your link. For the next card is your Link 4, Nightmare Griffin, which locks your opponent out of stuff. And then like the idea is that like because the Spright monster would still be right here, then it can still activate its effect because it's linked. And then if you revive and summon Lilla over here, it'll still be able to use the effect, because again it'll be linked here to a Spright card. So like it'll still be able to summon and pop without having to be co-linked to the Phoenix. And then summoning it there also co-links the Phoenix, or the Griffin, which means that you can set from graveyard and draw a card. For the last of your Link 2s, I do play 1 SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight is very good. I think it's a one-of, and I definitely feel like it's one of the strongest one-ofs currently. Being able to target banish stuff like that is very nice, and then having the quick effect DP for banishing and then returning is very good. And then the one card that's probably like a big flex spot that people don't really tend to like is the Mech Knight Crusadia Abramax. I really like Abramax. I think Abramax fits really well into this deck, especially in this slot. Being able to make it with IP, basically having an untargetable, indestructible Abramax in the EMZ is really nice. As long as you're not playing against something like Vanquish Soul that can put down, like, tribute someone to 3k monster, then you're pretty much okay. And then, like, just being able to sit on Abramax is very nice. Like, a lot of decks will struggle against this card as long as you get it out. Abramax is very good. At least in like against most decks, it's very oppressive. Because then, like, no matter what, you get to your next turn. So as long as your opponent isn't riddling you with hand traps on top of your Abramax, which if they are, then they're probably not maintaining a board state. Then you're going to constantly be breaking down their board state by attacking into stuff. For the Exceed monsters, we have 2 gigantic Spright, pretty self-explanatory, and in like every Spright deck outside of Runic Spright, sometimes people play 1. In this, we're going to be playing 2, especially because of the follow-up that it provides. We have 1 Zeus. Again, super standard because we play Exceed cards. It's super good. And then the last Exceed monster is number 2 Ninja Shadow Mosquito, which is different from what I normally play. Normally I play the Sky Cavalry card because it plays around Tikaboo and stuff. But mostly because, I mean, this also does that as well, but Tikaboo and Goes and Match and whatnot are pretty much like, you're not going to see it at all. Or if you do see it, like, because they're forced one-ofs because of the ban list. So the idea is that, like, this lets you also have OTK potential, or reverse OTK technically, I guess if you want to call it that. Because if you summon this and then you still have, like, you still have your Sprite starter, then you can land up to 3. You can land up to 3 or 4 attacks, or you can land up to 4 attacks, or you'll probably get like an extra 2 into a monster, and then aside from Mosquito, and giving it a counter, and then, like, because of enemy controller, this becomes a lot stronger as well. So, like, if you go Kiss a Kill, summon Lila, overlay for Mosquito, and then summon Sprite Blue, summon Mosquito, starter, or grab Jet, summon Jet, you can overlay for Gigantic and get, like, and get starter, overlay for Gigantic, get 2 more bodies, so you'll have 3 extra attacks. But even then, like, if you have enemy controller as well, like, even if you don't have all of that, like, if you normal summon, overlay, and then get 2 more monsters, like starter into blue, Jet, you can attack, put counter, declare, or like run it in, run the blue in, run the Jet in, and then activate, like, enemy controller to steal, and then do it again. Like, it's very, very nice. For FTK plays, it's very cool. In my opinion, it's cool. But and then for the quick side deck, so Mannequin Cat, super important. Always going to be playing Mannequin Cat and Sprites, just because, you know, it's a rank 2, and it very much, like, helps you not lose to like Shifter, which was again not hit. Which, speaking of the Shifter, this is why, because you get to make Chaos Hunter. So you get to, if they Shifter you, you get to go summon. If you get to blue or Jet, then you can still search, and then you can drop Mannequin Cat, overlay like Lila for it. As long as you don't start her beforehand, because, like, that's like, you need to do it without using Sprite starter. Or Gigantic. So you get to Mannequin Cat. Mannequin Cat revives their Shifter from the graveyard, so it puts a body on board, so they can't imperm you. And then you activate the effect targeting the Shifter. You summon Chaos Hunter from deck, and from there, like, you can link off Mannequin Cat and whatever. So, like, usually what I do is I have, like, Chaos Hunter in the field, and then I do full Live Twin combo after that, depending on how much Sprite Engine I have left. But usually at that point, that's why you play the Chaos Hunter on the side. The end of Anubis is going to be really important going forward with Mannequin Cat, because the idea that if you can get this out against Fire King, then you absolutely need to be able to do that. The alternative to this would be siding Jinzo, because if you can get Jinzo sided in against Labyrinth, then you basically just FTK. Arcular Christia, same thing for Pearlies. Anything that's light attribute based, which isn't a lot, but also because of Lightsworn in the future, the idea is that like you're going to be able to just resummon this. You're just going to be able to summon this to the field, lock them out of special summoning, and then you just continuously attack with whatever board state you had. For other side deck stuff, you have 3 Nibiru. I still think Nibiru is very good. Alternatively, you can get this down to 2, and maybe side something out and take something else out to put in 2 Pancratops. I am not siding Pancratops though. Right now I have 2 Santa Claus, and these are the last 2 monsters for the side deck. I have Santa Claus over something like a Kaiju, mostly because it summons in defense mode, and like yes, while it's 2500 defense, being able to run into it with like Mosquito or Gigantic Sprite to make Zeus is very important. 1 Duster. I was thinking about playing something else, but Duster was like pretty much the one really good like 1 card, like blowout card that I really thought that I needed. So like the idea that like hitting Labyrinth with Duster, as long as they don't have Lord of the Heavenly Prison, is really good. And then I'm also citing this for back row hate though, is 3 evenly matched. So the idea is that like also if you're playing against Labyrinth, you go battle phase, you hit them with evenly matched, they have to banish everything face down. They don't get to reuse a lot of the cards. And then the last 2 are 2 anti-spell fragrance. I might try to bump this up to 3, mostly because of runic variants, but also because of the way that the game's heading with the 3 Upstart Goblins, the 3 Mind Controls, and Thrust and everything. I definitely feel like because of all of that, anti-spell is going to be very powerful, and like I feel like because I feel Striker is going to definitely be coming back into the game. Just because like they will fit in perfectly with all these new all these spell cards becoming unlimited. But yeah, so that's my Live Twin Spright deck. If you like, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. Also, again, just to reiterate, below will be my affiliate links to Gem Accessories and to Inked Gaming. Thank you guys so much for watching. It does mean the most. I hope you guys have a great holiday. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Bye.